Hi guys, it is time for my monthly. Basically, is your ex coming back? It is usually due end of the first week each month. So this is our November and the first week of December. These are actually the cards from a different deck. I actually do have exactly the same cards in this deck, and I have developed this spread that I called Cat Tarot Knows or X spread, but it also can apply to actually current on and off relationships and sometimes tricky relationships. When I do the private reading, if you're in a relationship, I kind of like use this King of Wands versus Knight of Wands, and I use generic Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands for a reason. So I'm going to spend just a minute to explain this category. So don't start telling me, oh, you're having the same in the same video. Yes, I actually do, because these are just titles of the book that I want to figure out for each sign what's happening this particular month. So the very first category, the Magician. The Magician is the creator, right? This category number one is a starter category. Is this relationship a starter? You know that maybe you want it, but sometimes just circumstances or people are against us. Maybe, you know, we live in different cities. Maybe, you know, temptation is just too much. Maybe family is against it. Maybe we just never find time to see each other. That this is all going to show up in this category. So even if this says you guys are good to go and you will have a happy relationship, if you don't see each other, it just simply kind of like fade away. So this is kind of relationship that's going, this is kind of category that's going to explore that. Then I have here Temperance reversed, and it's purposely reversed because in the upright position, Temperance is talking about patience, and for every relationship we need patience, even though they're selling us and they fell in love and that kind of stuff. Okay, let me be a little bit skeptical about that, right? It happens to all of us. We all crave that, but we do know that something that kind of like turns into flame really quickly also really quickly kind of like fades away. So Temperance talks about merging two very different liquids together, talks about alchemists, talks about seeing this vision for these two people creating their own kingdom, right? The angel. Now, when Temperance is reversed, something is not gelling. Something is not right. Either it's not the right person, or it's not the right time, or it's not the right place, or just not the right circumstances. So these two categories, as you can see, are very important and they are circumstantial. Then it's going to be about you and about your partner, whether you are in a relationship or not. Even though Queen of Wands generally talks about fire signs and King of Wands talk about fire signs, in this particular readings, I am just dedicating this to be you. Why? Because if we have any issues in relationship, we always have to take few steps back, sometimes all the way back to dating, sometimes kind of like really figuring out, okay, so what do I want to do and how do I really want to, you know, seduce this person all over again. I want him to see me with fresh eyes, or I want her to see me as powerful and important. So hence we kind of take on this role of Queen of Wands for ladies, or role of Knight of Wands, or King of Wands for gentlemen. So King of Wands is slower than Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is the one who will chase you and eventually is going to settle in for King of Wands. So that's kind of the difference. And Eight of Wands is generally love arrows and communication and the energy card, right? It goes literally, you can see the arrows of love flying in this direction. So I really want to see what's happening here. Is this combination proper? Because sometimes we read into things that other persons say and we create our own reality, or maybe this reality doesn't exist. So it's just going to here tell me in this category what the partner thinks about you or what she thinks about you, and here kind of like how is this communication flowing, if at all. Now this is my karma card. I have 4 karma cards. The karmic cards that I designate as karmic cards are Judgment, Justice, Ace of Swords, and Wheel of Fortune. There is a reason for all of them. In this particular card, it's kind of really important for me to see kind of like the emotions from the past that are currently kind of like being looked upon. So this is simply just, again, if you're getting blessings in this relationship, if things from the above looked upon kind of like are favorable, it's kind of like it's not really your will, but it is something that basically depends on kind of like really higher level of thinking. And this card, for Wands, which is my relationship, next level, long term, going to the next stage card, is going to tell me about the quality of your relationship. So this is kind of in short description. So hopefully you listen through it, because now I'm going to just jump in and I'm going to just roll out the cards and we can go with that. Okay, so talk to you soon. Capricorn, Shafi, do you want to assist? Capricorn, Capricorn. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your monthly Is Your Ex Coming Back? Just so you know, this reading is still on special for $50. This is a general reading. It could resonate entirely, it could resonate in tidbits. In any case, it is also kind of like a merge between the two parties, lots of people on this channel. So if you really want yours, this is really a good deal on the special for $50. So jump in, let's see. Wow, the first 10 days we are talking about anxiety, we are talking about sort of something coming to a head. It's kind of make it or break it time. This card also means spinning for a loved one. You probably don't have an easy time going to bed. You're probably really thinking about this person. So let's see what needs to be glued. Yeah, the relationship hasn't been on solid ground, and looks like each time you started, it kind of like had a false start and kind of like poured out instead of kind of like bubbling. So kind of what needs to be built, and I can see here there is some kind of switch that kind of happened, is not being in a relationship with very palm sort of a thing, right? Kind of like really kind of like focusing to, one, get a good night's sleep, because whether or not you worry about him or her, not going to help. It's going to help more if you sleep well. So melatonin and chamomile tea, that's cat's order. So how you're seen? You're seen as a sunshine. You're actually seen as a marriage potential. You are seen as somebody who they want to celebrate things. And again, there is some kind of switch over here in a very positive direction. Sunshine kind of like really brings this life force. Communication was about somebody juggling somebody, right? It just kind of was this loop that kept on going, instead of kind of like, look, this has to stop. There are like one extra person here. This also could mean kind of like juggling with life, maybe lying, maybe cheating, maybe kind of like giving misinformation, and certain things just didn't work out. Yeah, there definitely was a third person. And maybe they even see themselves as rejected. I don't know, were you guys the ones who rejected somebody? Because this is definitely rejection. But rejection is, you know, what they say, God's protection. So this is all telling me that there was another person in here. And it's kind of, two people were not on the same page. So what is karma saying? Oh my gosh, we have another ace. Karma is saying, guys, and this is, I'm talking about the first 10 days. Karma is saying this could be time for second chances. And a guy or the partner should be actually the one charging and taking advantage of that. But there is an opportunity, there is a door opening. The quality of relationship. Four of Cups reversed. somebody's sulking, somebody you know, is depressed, somebody doesn't really know what they want, and while they're waiting for the really right thing to show up, which may never show up, the world is spinning. It's kind of like, don't be so, you know, intense. Just try to kind of relax. There are like lots of potentials here, but I see lots of hurt. Let's see the second 10 days. Well, the Chariot is good. The Chariot is 7, so it does talk about the independence, but it talks about travels, especially if you're dealing with a person who is, I don't know, distant to you. This, however, talks about some kind of demons, kind of like when something haunts us, right? Oh, if I just did that, or if I just did that, which is kind of nonsense because you cannot go back in the past and remedy anything. But this is also talking about, what does it really have to be black or white? Can't we kind of like find some kind of solution? And but it's in a sense good, something that can happen really, really fast. And that sound that you're hearing, this is probably Safi typing on my other computer. So let's see what needs to be addressed. Again, you know, there is a fear of moving forward. Somebody doesn't want to move forward, right? She's stuck. Not only is she stuck, she feels threatened, and she feels, you know, people are coming from all the sides. There are lots of thoughts. It's like, looks like instead of finishing one cycle and starting new and just like it is what it is, the chips are down, it's kind of like this struggle. I know I want to go back, because this is kind of like stepping back and trying to kind of chase this partner possibly, and the partner is saying no, I actually no, I don't want it. And they more or less saying that because they feel pushed, right? And there you go. Look at this, how you're seeing. You're seeing that you didn't know what was the right thing to do, and you chose the wrong thing to do. I don't know, maybe you rejected somebody. Maybe you rejected somebody's proposal. It was something also that what was proposed, it could have been a wishful thinking. It could have been something that is just not doable. It's Seven of Cups reversed. It talks about a person who wants everything, like a little child. I want this and this and this. Like, right, they want everything on the ice cream, and you know they're going to have a bad tummy after that, and you just have to stop them. But when adults does that, you cannot stop them, and it just like, it's disaster waiting to happen. So something happened really fast that was not doable, and maybe you decide to just disengage, or somehow they are making you responsible for that, and that could be in the other second 10 days of this month. And look at that, we again have another repetition of this top cards. This person is very hesitant about moving forward. This card could mean positivity even when reversed, but it also could mean I really don't know how our future would look like, all considered. The Hierophant reversed means either somebody's married, or somebody's in a serious relationship they are committed to, or it's simply they have been advised in a wrong way, that somebody's pushing them in a direction away from you. Because look at this, the Hierophant and Judgment, right? They're both reversed. Something did not happen that you would expect to happen in normal, let's say, you know, agreeable or morality, within agreeable morality rules. And the Moon reversed, yeah, there are secrets. Could be the secret affair over here. There is a third person, I think, and the third person is really important to that person. He might not, or she might not be with that person, but they really linger, and maybe this is why they are kind of holding you off, because they're like waiting for something else to happen. So let's see the last 10 days that will be going up to the 7th of December. Oh, there you are. You see, this is it. They're kind of like holding you at bay. They kind of like you physically, no problem, but they don't want to go deeper. Hello. 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 Do you love Capricorns? How much? How much? Can you go here? I have to finish this. Yes, you come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, stay there, pretty please. So, suggestion, move on. Move on. Things are just too difficult here, at least at this time. Start to kind of open your own horizons and go in a different direction. And yes, the person is seeing you as a little clingy. They kind of see you as very pretty, see you as very creative, see you as spectacular, but also see you as somebody who is maybe too good for them. Very good. It's a wife or a girlfriend, and maybe you know why certain things cannot happen, or they don't, or they know, and it's simply, you know, as I said, is this a relationship a starter? What do you think? If one person is like feeling like this and is not taking another person, you know, seriously, or, you know, not really understanding the person, just looking, oh, you like your dress, or you look so sexy, but you know what? I actually am more than my dress and more than looking sexy. So there you have the strength, and this person doesn't want to commit to you, and actually maybe don't want to commit to anybody, because this person has people around him or her. There are people there. And everybody is being told, I want to marry you. That kind of like was a big promise over here. And I think this person just disappears. When it's time to communicate and clarify the things, you know what? It could be also mother and a child. Or maybe you're a mother and a child, and maybe this is almost like your baby daddy, and you wanted to kind of like solidify this. But this person is not, like you have like these two infinity signs. Actually, yeah, they have two infinity signs. See? Infinity means things keep on going like this, will keep going like this. This person will keep juggling two people. This person will not commit. This person is kind of harsh. He doesn't know how to communicate. Move on, guys. This is not a good situation. So, but as I said, this is a general reading, and this might not be your situation at all. And your private reading could be completely different. So please contact me at www.cattarot.ca. Thank you very much for being here with me. I love you. Until the next time, take care.